Everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager, Surging Absurdity, second challenge of the pro level, and we are in a fight with Spartan MRT, 7 points ahead. We appear to have a very good lead over everybody else. Hammer and Atsuno probably not going to be able to catch us at this point. It's down to us and Spartan, who have the best engine, and we've got a couple of fast tracks yet to go in Dubai and Guildford. I've definitely made some mistakes, most of them minor, but more mistakes than I would have liked in this challenge. We still appear to have a strong chance to win it, though, but we're going to have to squeeze everything we can. Bags driving declining. He's in 5th, but Mia Holgersson, the number 1, just ahead of Maxime Laurie of Spartan. Let's see, what's that? 36 to 34. Those two, the clear two best drivers. And Sevilla has been doing stronger of late with the improvements in the Spartan car. So the main thing that I want to focus on for this race is how much fuel I'm putting in at the beginning of the race, because they're beating us by having that shorter first pit stop. I want to see if I can do that a little bit more intelligently. Other than that, we just want to keep on going. We're working on the suspensions and try to get the most out of the car that we can. 12 hours to fix. Motorsport. Hashimoto had a bit of a disaster, finishing down in 13th. I'm going to say their team looks weak because, again, across multiple challenges, Hashimoto just... the management has her drive too aggressively and pits too often. So we hit Atsuno's marketability with that answer. Holgersson blitzes the opposition. Yeah, 2 seconds ahead, and it was an incident-packed race. Okay, our car repair is ready, and let's take a look. Now we are wanting to get the suspension, the new one. I want to take a look at that situation, make sure I'm up to speed on all of it. We're building the new one, and I don't want to put any work into the older ones. I want to get this one ready. And then I also want to get the next one when it comes. Reliability is the most important, but I think I'd like to just even these out. Yeah, 10 days before the race. That's 14 days from now. Let's take a look. Yeah, and that's when the new suspension's going to get done. So I think that's the way we want to do it. Finish up that one. Move on to the new one when it shows up. And I want to track that when it gets close. But I don't think there's... Okay, 15 days. So this suspension is going to be ready first. Alright, let's boost maybe reliability up to... Yeah, let's try that. Now what does it say? Yeah, finish the reliability. I want to finish the reliability at the same time as this comes in. So I want to track this. Other than that, I don't think we have anything more with sponsors. We don't for several more races. Just want to move forward. And now let's see how we're doing. Yeah, reliability in 7 days, suspension in 9. Let's see if we can slow this down just a bit. And it's just the one staff is making a 3-day difference. So let's keep going for now. There, let's see what we've got going now. 3 days and 5 days. It's still a 2-day gap. Yeah, it's still... I don't know why one person would give us, then it stays at 10. But it is what it is. Let's get in a couple more days. Now let's see what we have. Yeah, still going to do that. Okay. Well, we'll just finish it out. And then we will switch, obviously, the effort over here until we get the other one in. There we go. Reliability work is finished. And Mitchell Abrams says Mia Holgerson is having a secret affair. Saw her with her hands all over one of those secret celebrity types who hang around the back of the paddock the other day. It doesn't really concern me, I know, but I thought I'd just like, yeah. Don't tell a soul. And so for the next 20 weeks, she's going to have -2 focus. She's going to make more mistakes as a driver. Ugh. Could have used for that not to happen with my star. Okay, we need to get that suspension in. There we go. Okay, so now we've got now bags can have the newest one. No, not that one. This one. There we go. Again, working on the idea of keeping bags with the best parts to keep him the most competitive. Suspension is finished. And this one is not quite done. So I want to keep performance on both of the new suspensions. But also, the main thing is the reliability. Can we get this done? I think we can. There we go. Okay, so that means that we can put both cars, because of the nearly month gap before this race, we can put both cars in the best suspensions. So, Bags, you continue to take this one. Holgerson will take that one. Now, I believe they're the same. Yeah, they're both 460. They're both going to maxed out suspensions, or reliability. But we're going to have a better losing track of what I'm thinking of. A better performance rating from his until this one gets maxed out. So I want to do that. Now we do have some money. We are continuing to make money every race. And if we look at our car, we've done spoilers, we've done suspensions, I believe we've done brakes. Let's take a look at what parts we have actually done. Yeah, we did spoilers, we did suspensions. We didn't do the gearbox or the engine, we did do brakes. Yeah, so it basically boils down to the gearbox or the engine. Now the gearbox is a little cheaper, a little faster. But we are second on the engine, and our gearbox is still the best. So I think we want to try to work towards a better engine before the end of the year, if we can. We have an average knowledge available for both. And okay, let's see what we have here. We got plenty, plus 20 top speed, and we got some risk level stuff that we won't want to use. We'll of course cheapen up the time there. Get it fast. Ooh, boy. We've got some... Now at this level we've got some longer time but good improving ones. So it looks to me like like this will be another 3-day deal. Meaning that we will want this and this and this to complete it. The problem is that's going to take a lot of time to build. So we're probably not looking at boosting these engines until late in the year. But I still want to go for whatever gains we can get. We have the money. Let's use the money. Because we don't need it to invest for future seasons, of course. We just need it for now. And we're not going to see those this race at all. So I think this is right where we want to be, and we'll just check to see if we can adjust that anymore every few days. Gabler wants to leave Hammer. That's interesting. And David McNamara says Gabler's extremely talented, reminds him of a young version of himself. Well, 34 isn't that young. And Heiner Bohm now is starting to tell us we're really excited about being first instead of third. Mia's birthday. Let's take a look at her morale. No, her focus wasn't great, but her morale is through the roof at the moment. So we shouldn't really need to celebrate her birthday to keep her happy. We don't really need to worry about the money that much, but it's not going to hurt us. Dubai, 41 laps, 3 miles. Pretty high track record. Should be dry. Spoilers. It says Atsuno is looking particularly strong in that department. Yeah, our spoilers, we really improved them, but they're significantly below Atsuno now. But I wouldn't mind Atsuno getting a great race. Because they're well down in the standings. I'm concerned about Spartan, and their spoilers are 4th. Interesting that I picked on the spoilers. So, super soft and soft, it is an abrasive track. Let's take a look at how this is going. 1 hour before the race. Yep, we still don't want to reduce it at all. Mitchell Abrams, the designer, wants us to add a simulator. That's nice. Not doing any long-term stuff. We can tick this down by 1 person to get a little bit more out of those suspensions. And there's Milan. We don't get to run there, but the GT Challenger Series does. Let's get another day in. There we go. And let's see. We have a 7-point lead, and Mitchell Abrams hopeful of extending that lead. We need to keep Rick Stone and company in check. Gabler hoping to gain ground on the top 2 drivers, and Gabler is saying she's a better driver than Mia Holgersen, which is probably true. And Rodriguez talking about possibly getting on the podium from Orange GT. That would take quite a bit of doing. One minute after the race. Let's go one more day. Yep, now we can gradually go down. And we just finished the engine, I believe. Oh, no, we actually didn't. The reliability work is done. Okay. So, yeah, we're not going to be able to finish these, but we got them mostly ready. Let's go back. And looks like we can't quite. 4 hours after we leave, they're going to finish this. Okay. That'll work. Dubai. Now, do we want to go for first? I don't even think we're predicted first. So, again, I think we want to go for, try to go for the sure money rather than, we'll probably get one of them. I want to go for the sure money. She's not happy now all of a sudden. Bags is there. These are exactly the same, so that's not going to help any switch there. These are exactly the same. The gearboxes. So what if I switch the gearboxes around? Okay, it just takes that little bit. Oh, now she says she's fine again. Oh, make up your mind. Yeah. Okay, whatever. I didn't actually change anything. So we are predicted to, she's predicted to win now in Dubai. That would be very nice. And predicted second. Wow. With our improved suspensions. Well, honestly, if they're picking us that high, let's switch back and go for the bigger sponsor. Again, that could be risky. Could be risky. We have money in the bank, though, and I just feel like it's, I don't know. I don't want to say cowardly. It's just too conservative. If they're going to pick us first, not to go for it. Let's show confidence in Mia. Okay, so practice. Here we are in bags, down another point in feedback. Going to be even that much harder to hit our trim numbers. But first, the all-important weight stripping. And of course, we can knock the suspension down. Not there. A little bit lower because it's, we're going to get that extra boost now every race, because it has the lower red zone. So 315, our bonus despite the 3 crucial parts. And I do not remember the weather situation here. But I'm going to assume it's going to be warm enough that we're going to want to go with regular softs. At the top, we've got Gabler, Hashimoto, Sevilla, surprisingly in 3rd, while Lori finishing only 8th. And Tanaka usually not seen up there, so Atsuno looking good. Their spoilers definitely helping them out here. And we've got a fan here who's gutted by our showing in practice. Nice weather for Saturday. Let's see how warm it is today. Will it stay in the 30s? Ooh, it's only 28 or 29. Yes, we're definitely... Okay, so we want yeah, soft and wet there. Just soft tires here. Of course, we'll still stay on the super softs for the qualifying. Just waiting for everybody to get back in the pits at this point. Looks like the order is finished. Bags slipping down to 6th. This time didn't hold up that well. Cruz and Lori coming a lot closer to Holgersen than the others. So they ran some late laps that were strong, too. So, no important rivals eliminated. We have first and sixth, Hammer second and fourth, Spartan third, and where's Sevilla? Oh, 10th. Then Atsuno, for all the blathering on about them, 7th and 9th. So it looks like, right now, it looks like us and Hammer are the class of the field. We'll see if that holds up. Looking like the low 128 range is going to be about as good as it gets here. And we should have plenty of tires to do 2 laps today, and and I could do 2 tomorrow, but or 2 in the third round, but we're not going to be able to get around the track that many times. So let's see. Again, none of the top spots going down, but we're down to 6th and 10th. Hammer 2nd and 3rd. Araj 1st and 8th. Atsuno in here 4th and 7th. And Spartan 5th and 9th. And boy, Lori is just not doing that well on this track for whatever reason. You can see, like, 128.492, that's still the fastest lap anybody's done. So if Holgersen could get back to that... So yeah, I mean, I like the idea of waiting till about 8 minutes. Long time. See that 4.92. I mean, that's a couple tenths faster than anybody else ran. The whole you know, qualifying day. Sevilla happy, and they're happy about our show in qualifying as well. So we'll be sitting beside each other on row 3. And now it's time for that big choice about the fuel. Soft tires and race trim. No sign of rain, and oh my goodness, is it going to be hot. We are going to bake the tires so quickly. All right. So we're gonna boost them all, but they're gonna have to back off the tires as soon as humanly possible, and it's gonna be painful to do so. Should be able to get through quite a few laps. I mean, I'm thinking 16, 17 laps. I'd really like to carry enough fuel to do this in one stop. We're going to have to conserve the tires. Now, how much fuel? Now, see, this would take about 11, 12 laps. In order for, like, we're going to be out there for more than 12 laps, maybe like 16. So if you do the math, if you multiply this out, each lap of fuel is going to be almost a second and a half, whereas it takes a second to put it back in. So in this case, we've got a longer stint at the beginning. I still think it's best to go with less fuel. Now, how much less? You know, I think 16, 17 laps is where I want to get to. And then, you know, maybe have 24, 25 to go on the softs. So if I'm going to do that, 8 laps of fuel should really be enough. I'll go with 9, which is just over half. Let's try 9 laps of fuel. Actually, I think I might need more than that because of the battery charge. Because I'm going to need to have as much as I can there. You know what? Since I'm trying to go with 1 stop, I'm gonna start maxed out. And that's probably going to make us slower over the first half. But I just want to make sure, I'm going to bet that making 1 stop instead of 2. Like pretty much everybody else will be locked into 2. If I make 1 stop instead of 2, and I make sure that I've got enough fuel combined with the charge to do that, then that's probably going to make us faster overall than reducing the fuel at the beginning of the race. So it's risky, but I'm taking the risk in the other direction for this track because the tires should be able to take a 1 stop. 41 laps is not that much. So we'll see how this works. Tanaka, it's number 2 spot at a 10, Cruz at a 5. And Sevilla a little below average, Hashimoto a little above average. In front of us, we've got Holgersen at 8 and Baggs at 5. So I'm expecting Holgersen to at least hold her own, but Baggs probably slides back. And of course, we're going hybrid with both. Let's see how Mia does. Great start, bolting by Sevilla, like wasn't even there. So 4th and 6th through that first little winding turn. And now up to 3rd as Baggs is holding in 6th. Good start for Wolfhagen Racing. We're looking to catch the pole sitter Cruz as Hashimoto has taken the lead. Whoa, and look at they go 3 wide through here now. And 3rd and 4th despite the fuel. Amazing. Alright, I want to switch down to neutral on the tires and even... Nope, that's not even going to last. Go conserve right away. I'll stick with my foot on the accelerator for another lap, but we're not baking our tires. The others want to bake their tires, it's up to them. And again, if you go into the red zone, it doesn't do you any good to push. Holgersen at 8.6, a second behind the others who are burning up their battery life. Good for you. You know, I might as well go harvest here because we're so far up in the field, we're not going to harvest much of anything anyway. So Holgersen 3rd, 7th now for Baggs. And he's the one I really need to be careful with. Okay, let's switch him down to medium and up to neutral for whatever amount of time he can get away with it. Holgersen has some space behind her, I believe. Well, not that much anymore. Nope, that's closing down. Okay, let's try to go up to neutral and hold that off. Baggs down to 8th, now 9th. And there's a couple more going in ahead of us. 4 more now. Baggs is up to 7th, very temporarily. Okay, let's go neutral. And let's get you ready for your stop. Yeah, 33 laps, and then we're going to start getting the performance boost from that now, make us that much relatively faster. Although I'm sure there'll be plenty of cars still out on super softs to counteract that. So, if we're going to get through 25 laps, or he's going to run, I'd like him to have about 9 laps of fuel, maybe. He's gonna... It's tough. It depends on how far up he finishes, how much he's able to harvest. But at least for a while, he's going to be back in the middle of the pack. He should be able to harvest a decent amount. He's going to go in with 80-some%, so 8 laps. That leaves 17 more laps to do on a mix of fuel and hybrid. I think 9 should be enough. It's just that 9 for, 25 laps, it's easy for that to be nerving. But I'm going to go with it. If I'm wrong, I'll pay for it, but I'm going to go with it. 9-second pit stop. That's a fair sight faster than most of them have been lately. Holgerson behind Lori, but that won't last. The tires, rather, won't. We're up at 32%, so let's just go ahead and push the tires for this last lap. And we're going to bring in Holgerson. 24 laps we've got to figure out here. And she's going to be up near the top, so she's not going to be able to do nearly as much hybrid. She's going to have about 8 laps of it coming in, so she's got to figure out 16 laps, but not getting a whole lot of energy. So I'm thinking more along the 12 to 13 area. Again, maybe don't need quite that many, but let's be a little bit safe. Parts are fine. So she'll be coming in for a little bit longer of a pit stop because of how far up towards the front she's going to run. Now, yeah, Bag's all the way down in 16th here. And our temperature, 35. It's going to get a little bit cooler. No sign of rain. I'm a little bit curious about how his tires are going to react to this. And at neutral, looks like he's only going to use about 3%. Yeah. Now up to 13th, and he's going to need to go hybrid for a bit. Nope, don't be pushing on those tires. Not yet, anyway. Holgerson down in 11th. I don't think she spends a lot of time back that far. But we'll see. And now the question is, like, how much energy do we harvest? Well, yeah, fine. Go ahead and do whatever you got to do, Cruz. The thing is, Cruz is not going to finish the race on those tires. So you go do your thing. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So, yeah. If this happens to me in another race, I'm really going to have to watch how much I do weight stripping. I haven't, like, so far it's been fine for all the races, but this one is really ripping the parts for both of them, and I haven't pushed that much. Yeah, I haven't pushed that much, so I may want to boost that back up to 5%. Let's go neutral. Definitely can go hybrid the rest of the way. And Lori charging now, less than 13 seconds. But that's quite a distance. And I think I can push the tires here. Bags in 10th. But who in front of it? He's running 7.6. Nice form. Got Hashimoto in front of him, about to go into the pit. And here comes Holgerson. Yeah, just lost her last little bit. She's got, looks like about a lap and a half now that we got to make on this. So can we make a lap on low fuel burn at 0.75? Probably not. We're probably going to run out of fuel near the end and just barely creep across the line. However, Bags is up in 6th. Guess what? That's a point. And that would make us race winners. Boy, Atsuno with nothing now. Hammer even with us, but we still gain on Spartan. Oh, you got to drop back to neutral. And that's still going to bake your tires. Boy, 0.5, 0.3. This isn't close to anything. Runs out of fuel as she comes around that last turn. Creeps across the line. But wins the race. Gets that 600K. And there's 6th for Will Bags. Okay. Well, we tried to kill our cars in this race, and we ran out of fuel at the end, and had to get that extra stop for Bags. So you consider all of those imperfect decisions. Not totally optimal, although the reliability one was a surprise. Consider all that went very well. And more importantly even than that, really, is the fact that this is a race that Spartan needed to gain on us. They need to beat us on these races where the engine is key, top speed is key, and that didn't happen. So, 10-second penalty for them, and 4-part, so a bigger thing for Orange. Rodriguez was up in 8th. Lori and Cruz finishing 2nd and 3rd. Holgerson now with a solid lead. Bags just ahead of Cruz. In 5th in the standings, and still could finish as high as 3rd. Only 2 points behind Gabler and Hashimoto. But the team deal here is the most vital. We get 62 points to 49. We've got our lead has grown to 13. I believe that's the biggest that it's been. I think it was, and everybody else basically out of it. So halfway through, and we've only got the one quote-unquote speedway coming up in Guildford for Spartan to gain ground on us on. So I'm definitely feeling a lot more confident after this race about us winning this challenge eventually. 8.5 for Holgerson. Spectacular. Her best race of the year. And after the bad start, especially Rio, she's really been pretty good lately. Has now won 3 of the 6 races. All of that going well. Lowered relationship with the mechanic for Bags. He continues to basically fall apart. Marketing up a bit. But he had a 6.2, so it was a good race for him. Matter of fact, his best form race of the year. even though it was only the second race that he didn't finish at least 4th. Again, part of that being the strategy screw-up. But yeah, we're looking good. If we got the engine finished, we'll want to continue proceeding on that. And looking forward, we've got Guildford coming up. But then we start to get into races where it's more of a winding street layout. We've got Ardennes. Well, Ardennes, that's another fast one. Singapore. And Vancouver's more about the corners. Yokohama is a varied thing for importance and acceleration in Doha. So speed is still important, but it's this series of races. Dubai, Phoenix before it, Guildford. That's the one I was the most concerned about. And now that we've won Dubai, feeling very strong about things. Going to keep up going with that as we head off to the British Isles and Guildford. That'll wait till next time. Till then, thanks for watching. More Surging Absurdity coming up soon.